All right, my friends, welcome. Are you ready to ignite a change so profound, so powerful, it will reshape every single area of your life? What if I told you that achieving peak effectiveness, that level of success you've always dreamed of, isn't about grinding yourself into the dust, working harder and harder until you burn out? What if it's about a fundamental shift in how you approach your day, your goals, your very being? What if becoming highly effective wasn't about working harder, but working smarter with more clarity, more purpose, and more power? Today, we're not just scratching the surface. We're diving deep, and I mean deep, into a masterpiece, a book that has transformed millions of lives, including my own, in profound ways. We're breaking down The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by the legendary Stephen R. Covey. This isn't just another self-help guide. It's a principle-centered framework for personal and interpersonal effectiveness. It's about building a life of character, integrity, and lasting achievement. This is the stuff that truly moves the needle, that separates the good from the truly great. So if you're ready to stop settling for ordinary and start architecting an extraordinary life, you're in the right place. We're going to unpack these 7 timeless principles, habit by habit, and I'm going to show you how to integrate them, how to make them a part of your DNA. This isn't just information, it's transformation. Are you with me? Are you ready to take control and step into your power? Then buckle up, open your mind, open your heart, and let's dive in. Let's kick things off with the foundation of effectiveness. Habit 1, be proactive. It's more than taking initiative. You are the creator of your life. You are the programmer, not the program. It's about responsibility, your power to choose your response. Highly effective people understand this. Focus on your circle of influence, your attitude, choices, skills, effort. Don't waste energy on your circle of concern things you can't control. Pour energy into your circle of influence, and it expands. Listen to your language. Proactive language empowers you. Shift from "they won't let me" to "how can I make this happen?" Now that you've embraced your power to choose with habit 1, let's move to habit 2. Begin with the end in mind. This, my friends, is the habit of vision. It's about knowing where you're going before you take a single step. Think about it. How can you hit a target you can't see? How can you build your dream house without a blueprint? You can't. And the same is true for your life. If you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there. And most likely, it'll lead you in circles, leaving you feeling frustrated and unfulfilled. Covey powerfully illustrates this by asking you to imagine your own funeral. Seriously, picture it. Who is there? What are they saying about you? What kind of person were you? What contributions did you make? What difference did you make in their lives? What legacy did you leave behind? This isn't meant to be morbid, it's meant to be clarifying. It cuts through all the noise, all the trivialities, all the day-to-day distractions, and forces you to confront what truly, deeply matters to you at your core. It helps you define your ultimate end. This habit is about creating a personal mission statement. This isn't some corporate jargon. This is your personal constitution, your guiding purpose, your compass that helps you navigate the complexities of life. It's a clear, concise declaration of who you want to be, your character, what you want to do, your contributions and achievements, and the values and principles upon which your being and doing are based. All right, so you've declared, "I am the creator" with habit 1, and you've envisioned your masterpiece with habit 2. Now, it's time for habit 3. Put first things first. This is where the rubber meets the road, my friends. This is where your vision becomes action. This is the habit of personal management, of discipline, of execution. It's about organizing and executing around your most important priorities. Those things you identified when you began with the end in mind. It's not just about getting more done. It's about getting the things done. So many people are caught in the thick of thin things, constantly busy, but not truly productive in a way that moves them towards their most cherished goals. Covey introduces a game-changing tool here, the time management matrix. Imagine a 4-quadrant grid. On one axis, you have urgent and not urgent. On the other, you have important and not important. Quadrant Y is urgent and important. Crises, pressing problems, deadline-driven projects. We all have to spend time here, but if you live here, you'll burn out. It's firefighting mode. Quadrant 3 is urgent but not important. Many interruptions, some meetings, some popular activities. These things clamor for your attention. They feel urgent, but they don't actually contribute to your long-term goals. It's the deception of urgency. Quadrant 4 is not urgent and not important. Trivia, busy work, time wasters. This is the quadrant of escape, and too much time here leads to irresponsibility and dependence. Now, where do highly effective people focus their energy? They focus on Quadrant 2. Quadrant 2 is where the magic happens. These are the activities that are important but not urgent. Chapter 4, Habit 4, Think Win-Win, the abundance mindset for mutual success. We've covered the private victories, being proactive, beginning with the end in mind, and putting first things first. These are about mastering yourself. Now we move into the public victories, the habits that build strong, effective relationships with others. And the foundation for these is Habit 4, Think Win-Win. This isn't just a negotiation tactic, my friends, it's a total philosophy of human interaction. It's a frame of mind and heart that constantly seeks mutual benefit in all human interactions. Think Win-Win is rooted in what Covey calls the abundance mentality, the paradigm that there is plenty out there for everybody. Success isn't a limited pie where if someone gets a big slice, yours has to be smaller. No, with an abundance mindset, you believe that one person's success doesn't mean another's failure. In fact, it can contribute to it. This is a stark contrast to the scarcity mentality, which sees life as a zero-sum game. People with a scarcity mentality think, if you win, I lose, or if I win, you lose. This leads to competition, defensiveness, and ultimately, weaker relationships. Win-win means that agreements or solutions are mutually beneficial, mutually satisfying. With a win-win solution, all parties feel good about the decision and feel committed to the action plan. It sees life as a cooperative, not a competitive arena. It's about integrity, sticking to your true feelings, values, and commitments. It's about maturity, the ability to express your own ideas and feelings with courage, balanced with consideration for the ideas and feelings of others. And it's about that abundance mindset we just talked about, believing there's enough for everyone. All right, we're building momentum. We've established the win-win mindset as our foundation for interacting with others. Now, how do we actually achieve those win-win solutions? The answer lies in Habit 5. Seek first to understand, then to be understood. This, my friends, is the habit of empathic communication. Most people don't listen with the intent to understand. They listen with the intent to reply. Empathic listening is listening with your ears, your eyes, and your heart. It's about understanding the meaning and the feeling behind the words. We've journeyed through personal mastery and the foundations of effective interpersonal relationships. Now, we arrive at Habit 6, Synergize. This is where the real magic of teamwork and creative collaboration happens. Synergy is the culmination of all the previous habits. It's about creating outcomes that are far greater than the sum of their individual parts. It's not just cooperation, where 1 + 1 = 2. It's creative cooperation, where 1 + 1 can equal 3, or 10, or 100. It's about the whole being greater than the sum of its parts. Synergy happens when people who are proactive. Habit 1, have a clear end in mind. Habit 2, put first things first. Habit 3, think win-win. Habit 4, and seek first to understand. Habit 5, come together to tackle challenges and create new possibilities. It's the highest activity in all life, the true test and manifestation of all the other habits put together. When you communicate synergistically, you are simply opening your mind and heart and expressions to new possibilities, new alternatives, new options. The essence of synergy is to value differences, to respect them, to build on strengths, and to compensate for weaknesses. So often, we see differences as a source of conflict or annoyance. Someone thinks differently, has a different background, a different skill set, and our instinct might be to try and make them more like us or to dismiss their perspective. But highly effective people, synergistic people, see differences as a resource, an opportunity. And finally, my friends, we arrive at Habit 7, sharpen the saw. This is the habit of self-renewal, self-care, and continuous improvement. Imagine a woodcutter sawing furiously, day after day, but his saw is getting duller and duller. He's working harder, sweating more, but cutting less wood. When asked why he doesn't stop to sharpen his saw, he replies, "I'm too busy sawing." Sound familiar? So many of us get caught in that trap, pushing ourselves relentlessly without taking the time to renew and recharge our most valuable asset, ourselves. Habit 7 is about taking time to sharpen the saw in the 4 key dimensions of your nature: physical, mental, spiritual, and social emotional. This isn't a luxury, it's an absolute necessity for long-term effectiveness and well-being. You can't be effective if you're running on empty. You can't perform at your peak if your tools, your body, mind, heart, and spirit are dull and worn out. This habit encompasses all the other habits because it's the habit that makes all the others possible on an ongoing basis. Let's break down these 4 dimensions. First, the physical dimension. This is about caring for your physical body, eating healthy, nutritious food, getting adequate rest and sleep, and engaging in regular exercise. Exercise not only builds physical strength and endurance, but also has incredible benefits for your mental clarity, mood, and stress levels. When your body is strong and energized, you have the vitality to tackle challenges and pursue your goals with vigor. This is your vehicle through life. You've got to maintain it. Second, the mental dimension. This is about continually expanding your mind, keeping it sharp and agile. This involves activities like reading good literature, learning new things, writing, planning, visualizing, and engaging in intellectually stimulating conversations. It's about challenging your assumptions, seeking out new knowledge, and developing your critical thinking skills. So there you have it, my friends, a deep dive into the 7 habits of highly effective people. But remember, knowing these habits is one thing, living them is everything. The 7 habits are a principle-centered framework for living a life of character, clarity, and effectiveness. They work from the inside out, starting with your own character and building towards rich relationships and achievements. This is your call to action. Which habit hit you hardest today? Let us know in the comments below. Hit like, subscribe, and live intentionally. I believe in you. Now go out there and make it happen. See you in the next video.